Am I the asshole for quitting my job as a software engineer at a startup without giving 2 weeks notice after being verbally yelled at by our CEO, Lance, in front of my family? So I, 26M, and here's what happened. I've been working at this startup, Lunatech, for about 3 years, and overall it's been a decent experience. I've learned a lot, and my salary was around $80,000 per year. However, the past few months have been getting increasingly difficult. Our CEO, Lance, has been breathing down our necks to meet impossible deadlines and increase sales revenue. One day, during a meeting, Lance started yelling at me in front of my family. I had invited them to come to a company event, for not meeting some arbitrary sales target. He accused me of being lazy and not contributing enough to the team. I tried to explain that we were already working long hours and that the targets were unrealistic, but he wouldn't listen. My family was visibly uncomfortable and upset by his behavior. After the meeting, Lance called me into his office and told me that if I couldn't meet the targets, I would be fired. He said it like a threat, not a warning. The next day, things escalated when he announced that our team's salary increases were being put on hold due to company-wide budget cuts. This was a direct attack on my family, as we have kids and he knew about our financial struggles. I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. I couldn't take it anymore. When Lance asked me to stay for another week without any guarantee of job security or salary increases, I told him I needed 2 weeks' notice to find a new job. He refused, saying I was being unprofessional and that I should be grateful for the opportunity to work at Lunatech. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that I need to cut ties with my female best friend of 10 years if she wants to stay in our relationship? So I, 29M, and here's what happened. Malik, my longtime girlfriend, and I have been together for about 3 years now. We've had our ups and downs like any couple, but we've always managed to work things out. Recently, we started discussing setting some boundaries in our friendship circle. I mentioned that I'd be interested in meeting up with Jade, my female best friend from college, who lives a few hours away. Malik seemed hesitant at first, saying she didn't want me hanging out with someone she considers unhealthy for me. She's always been protective of our relationship and has made comments about how much better I'd be off without her influence. I tried to reassure her that Jade is a good person who's been there for me since childhood, but Malik was having none of it. She told me that if I wanted to keep seeing Jade regularly, she wasn't going to stay in our relationship. I was taken aback by the ultimatum and felt like my girlfriend was being unreasonable. I explained to her that cutting ties with a close friend is not something I'm willing to do, especially when it's been 10 years of friendship. Malik responded by telling me that she deserves better than someone who prioritizes their friendship over our relationship. She said that if she's going to stay in the relationship, I need to choose between her and Jade. The conversation ended with Malik saying she needs some time to think about what she wants from our relationship. I'm not sure what the future holds for us right now, but I do know that I value my friendship with Jade and don't want to lose it because of Malik's demands. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for stopping answering my mom's calls because she only calls when she needs something? So I'm a 31-year-old guy and here's what happened. My mom, Umar, has been bugging me non-stop since I got my first paycheck, $2,000 a month from my job. She kept calling me every week to ask for money or to talk about her latest schemes to make extra cash. At first, I was happy to oblige and help out, but as time went on, it started to feel like I was her personal ATM. I'd send her $500 one week, and then she'd call me again the next week asking for another $200. I told her that I needed some space and that I couldn't keep dropping money on her without having anything in return. She got defensive and said that I was being unfair and that I should be grateful for the opportunities she's given me. But honestly, it feels like an opportunity for her to take advantage of my good fortune. My sister Kira actually took my side and told mom that if she wants money from us, we need to discuss it as a family first. But Umar refused to listen. She just kept calling me and asking for handouts. I've tried to limit our conversations to only the bare minimum, answering her calls and sending her $50 or $100 every now and then. But even that feels like too much. I'm starting to feel like I'm being taken advantage of, and it's frustrating. The final straw was when she called me last week asking for $1,000 to help my friend Zena with a business idea. Zena is actually a huge fan of hers and has always been kind to her, but come on, that's just too much. I told mom that I couldn't help out this time, and that she needed to find other ways to support herself. Am I the asshole for setting some boundaries and stopping answering my mom's calls when she only calls for money? Am I the asshole for skipping my friend's wedding because he replaced me as best man 2 weeks before? So I'm sitting here feeling pretty guilty about something that just happened, and I wanted to get some perspective from you guys. I've been friends with Theo since college, and we've been through thick and thin together. When Ren got engaged, I was honored when he asked me to be his best man. I mean, it's a big deal for any guy to be the best friend of the groom, especially when they're not exactly related. I spent a small fortune on a suit, a tie, and even a new watch just for the occasion. I also sent Ren a pretty nice gift basket with some personalized items from our college days. Theo and I had talked about how we'd both be giving toasts at the wedding. It was going to be a real bonding experience for us. Fast forward 2 weeks before the big day, I get a call from Theo. He tells me that he's decided not to have me as best man anymore. Apparently, some mutual friend had recommended him to replace me with Ren's younger brother, Olive. I'm talking about a total of $500 worth of stuff I'd bought for the wedding, all down the drain. Theo claims it was just a business decision and that he didn't have time to explain it over the phone. He tells me that Ren is stressed enough without having to deal with me's reaction. When I asked him if there was something I'd done wrong, he just shrugged it off and said we should catch up soon. That's all the conversation we had on the subject. I didn't feel like attending the wedding in my current state, I was still fuming about the whole thing. But now that it's over, I'm kicking myself for not making a bigger scene at Theo's place when I found out. Ren and Olive are probably celebrating right now, while I'm stuck here feeling like crap. Am I the asshole?